Hey guys, alright, part 2, pickled asparagus. So here, I got rid of all the yucky ends, alright, and this is what we have left. Okay. Here you go. Yes, I know usually asparagus is big, you know, taller, but for freshness, this is what you want. Okay, so we're going to start packing our asparagus. Drop it into the jar. You want to pack it in as tight as possible, just because you want to minimize all that air. Air and canning are equal bad. Alright? You do not want air stuck. You don't want air stuck in your jar, okay? All right, so we're packing away. All right, still packing. Even when you think that you cannot pack anymore, keep on packing. Now, I think my assistant's going to be here in a second. Right? You going to help me pack? No. Pack a jar.
Is it going to be hot?
No, the jar's not hot anymore. Cool.
Asparagus.
No, asparagus is not hot. See, now there's a couple of ways to jar asparagus. There's a couple of ways to jar any vegetable. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm just putting it in raw. I am not pre-cooking it. Sometimes, you know, you can. It depends on the recipe. I just found I didn't need to. I did not need to pre-cook my asparagus. Okay, I'm almost done here. I'm almost done with the first one.
I got the whole packet.
Well, don't, make sure they don't drop. Okay. Here, see, that is, stop. That is a nice packed. I bet you I could put some more asparagus in. So let's see. Do pick a jar and pack it. So even after all this work, I think I'm only going to be with 3. But that's okay. Alright. I'm completely okay. Alright. Thank you, William. Yes.
Thank you.
Bye, William. Okay. So I'm still packing. So I'm gonna get maybe I'll get about 4, which is awesome. That would be nice if I could get 4. Okay. This one's nice and packed. This one is getting there. Alright. This is a nice treat. I definitely enjoyed pickled asparagus last year, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. We will enjoy it this time. So it looks like I'm going to get 4. This is exactly how I jarred it last year. So, and they were able to stay. Well, we couldn't keep it on the shelf, but this shelf life is going to be like 6 months to a year, if not or longer. But the guidelines say 6 months to a year. Okay, so I got 3. And always, always, always label after. Okay, so I have my brine is done simmering. I have my packed jars of asparagus. You can put pickling salt in the you can put pickling salt in the jar. Because I put so much salt in my brine, I'm not doing it this time. Okay, so now you're gonna get your handy dandy funnel, then you're gonna get a ladle. I'm not even remotely worried about straining it, because it's just going to add to the goodness. Ooh, this stuff smells strong. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. You want to fill it to the filled line. You look for your fill line. Okay, so I'm ladling and I'm at my fill line. Okay. At this point, switch. Ah, that's what that's doing. It's going to lift. At this point, I'm going to get as much air out of here as possible. Okay. Now, put your lid on. Make sure your lid is on right. You want to make sure your lid is on. Okay. Put your lid on. And you're going to, you don't even have to water bathe at this point. Got my lid on. You don't even have to water bathe at this point. You can actually put this in the refrigerator and let it do its thing. But I'm going to water bathe it because I want to put it on my shelf. Here you go. Ooh, looks awesome. Okay, I'm going to do for the second one. Ladle. Watch your toes if you're wearing flip-flops. You don't want to do it as far away as I'm doing it, but because of my lack of counter space, you have to improvise. And fill it up to the fill line, almost there. Perfect. Okay, last one. Take your handy dandy stick. Get all the air bubbles out. And this smells really good. Oh, does this smell good. Okay. Now, if you've never had pickled asparagus before, let me tell you something. It's so good. It's so good. I can't express to you how good. How good. Grab the lid. If you see any yucky stuff, like around the edges, wipe it. going to tighten it. Yes, this is hot. Okay. Second one. So anyway, if you've never had pickled asparagus before, it's really good. I don't know how this one's going to turn out because I'm kind of fooling around with the recipe here. So when I open it, I will taste it in front of you guys, which I'm not going to open until a few weeks. This is going to be a few weeks to a month. So don't expect me to don't open it. Let it ferment. Let it sit for 2 weeks to a month. The longer you let it sit, the better. That's just from experience. I know you can't really see me right now. All you're seeing is like, there we go. Okay. You're just listening to a voice. But anyway. So let this sit. Let the vinegar and salt and garlic do its thing. Okay. Fill line. Almost to the fill line. There we go. Okay. You got your air stick. Go to the sides. Okay. Get rid of all that air. Yes, they're going to float up a bit, but that's okay. Wipe the sides. Okay. Okay. Next. You got another one. You want that on nice and snug. And here, put that on nice and snug. Ta-da! Okay. So now I'm going to put these guys in. I'm so excited. Into my water bath. Alright, here's my water bath. Here's two. Make sure they're nice and straight. And three. So now these guys, gonna put the lid back on. Okay. And this you're gonna put in here. You're gonna let it do its thing for 20 minutes. So okay, so I'm going to pause and I'm going to pull and come back and show you how to pull out your jars and let them sit and I'll explain the rest. See you later. Alright guys, I'm back. I have 20 seconds left until my asparagus is going to be complete. Do not... Let me get a rag because you don't want to put your hot. Here it is. Stay. Okay. You do not want to put your hot jars. Oh, there it is. On your counters. Do yourself a favor. Just save it. Save yourself the trouble and protect your counters with a rag. Remember what I say? Always have a rag. Okay. So. This is off. By the way, it's very hot in here. It is super hot in here. But it smells like pickles and it's so worth it. Okay. Wipe this down. Take this off. You're going to take your jars, you're going to put them on your rack. Now, you're going to wait. You will not touch these things for overnight. For 12 hours. I like to say 12 hours. Don't touch them for 12 hours. 12 hours or more. What you are going to be looking for. So what are you going to be looking for to see if you know that you've completed? First, you're going to be hearing throughout the night a popping sound. A popping sound, that means the jar is sealed. Once you hear the popping sound, you're good to go, but you're still not going to touch it. Alright? Look how cool that is. Tomorrow morning, when you do touch it, or whenever, after 12 hours, I can at night, so I let it sit overnight. So, you can go, you know, as soon as you hear it, I'm hoping that one of them pops so you could hear it. But, knowing my luck, that's not going to happen. Okay, so you're going to hear popping sounds. That's sealing, sealed deal. The next morning, after 12 hours to 24 hours, however long, the longer the better, you're going to take your finger and you're going to push. I'm not going to do it for real or else I'm going to mess up my process. But you're going to push, and if you hear, you know, like the, hold on, no. If you hear the clicking sound, like the click, 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 it is not sealed, put it in the refrigerator. If you put your finger on it, you do not feel that bump, and that bump does not go up and down, you're sealed. It's good. You can put it on your shelf, and you could keep it there 6 months to a year. I'm really, really, really hoping these are going to seal, or one of them will pop, but I highly doubt it. Sometimes you hear the popping sound right away, sometimes you don't. But, look at that. You got all your garlic, you got all your dill, you got your asparagus. These look cool. And that, my friends, is how you pickle asparagus. Play around with the recipes. Be creative. Do your, research. Knowledge is power. I mean, what I say is not the word of whatever. Okay? What I'm saying is what I do it, how I do it. And I might necessarily be right or wrong. It's just how I do it, and it was successful last year, and it lasted me for a while, so I'm hoping that it's going to be successful this year. Now, after you know that your jars are sealed, take the rings off, because the rings will rust, and you don't want the rust on there. Bad, yuck, okay? Trying to think what else. When you do open it, if you see anything moldy, get rid of it. If it smells funky, like it's not supposed to, like if it doesn't smell like pickles, get rid of it. If it has a really foggy looking look to it, get rid of it. If you have a second guess, get rid of it. Alright? That's my thought on that. But because you're pickling it, you're going to have, it's going to be far more forgiving because of the vinegar and the salt. And the vinegar and the salt, honestly, is going to be your safeguard. Pickling is like the best way to preserve things safely, in my opinion. My humble opinion. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know. I just want to end today's video with summation of, I'm not a perfect person. I'm not, I want to inspire people to like food. I want people to be, to know that food is not intimidating. Food is awesome. Food is fun. And food should be involved with the whole family. Keep your kids in the kitchen. I know I sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but keep your kids in the kitchen. You're bonding, you're teaching your kids life lessons that they're not going to learn from school. You know, they're not going to learn this stuff from school. I know with busy lives, but you know, working, the economy, the way that everything's going, it's hard. But take every opportunity you can get, even exhausted as you are. Take those opportunities to use it with your kids. You know, life is very short and life is very precious. So, cook with them. Have a food fight. I don't know. I've done it. We've done it. I'm still waiting for one of these to pop so you could hear it. And of course, it's not happening. But that's pretty much what you're going to be listening to me throughout this whole CSA thing. Is to shop local, support your farms, and keep food in the family. Stay in the kitchen. Even if it's cooking macaroni and cheese, show them how to cook macaroni and cheese. Your kids are our kids are far more capable than what we give them. But there's no perfect answer, there's no perfect way. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I just strongly believe, and I could be wrong, I could be honestly wrong, but I strongly believe cooking with your kids is very important. And that's that. And that, my friends, is pickled asparagus. If you can smell my kitchen, it smells like a pickle factory, which is cool. I love pickles, so it doesn't bother me much. So, you heard my tangent, you heard my rants. Get out there and cook. Go find some awesome new recipes. If you find some recipes that I could, that you'd like to see in this video, put it in, message me on Facebook, and I can make it happen. Try to make it happen. I'm a busy girl, But food should be fun. As I'm tired and hot, and yes, I have a mess to clean up, but the mess could wait. The mess could wait. It will eventually get cleaned up. On that note, have a wonderful night, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, if I wasn't clear on anything, let me know, and I'll try to clear everything up for you guys. Alright? Thanks for watching. Shop local. And also, keep food in the family. Stay in the kitchen. Alright, bye!